Thanks for listening to the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast, where each week we talk about a free piece or two of technology that you can use in your classroom. I'm your host, Shannon Martin. I'm a middle school teacher, technology and instructional coach for my district.
And I'm her producer and husband, Fuzz Martin, and I'm here by virtue of our new studio. Doesn't it sound so good? You probably can't even tell at home, but we're in a
we're in an actual studio this time versus our studio basement studio.
We've got like sound panels. We've got curtains hanging up to block.
Oh, don't worry. We'll post a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone can have a visual of this week's episode.
Yeah.
It's our little summer check-in.
Yay.
It's July, and I'm hanging out in your actual podcast studio where you do your podcast and
record some others and
record stuff for work. And we're not in the basement today.
I know. It's crazy. We're in an actual office. The kid's at home with a babysitter.
Yeah.
Well, the kid's at home with the other kid.
With the other kid, which becomes her babysitter.
But soon going off to college.
Yeah, she's leaving us.
Yeah. So we just found out today, everybody started telling us it's a party school. So we'll see.
We're like, we didn't know that. Interesting.
Yeah. But we're in Wisconsin and they're all party schools, really.
Yeah.
Except for where you went.
That's because we focused on education.
That's good. I hope she does too.
Sure, she will.
Me too.
It'll be good.
Yes.
All right. So it's summertime.
And the living is easy.
It is. Sort of. So I know as educators, we all try and take this break. And hopefully you're actually able to take a break and not have to work like 12,000 extra jobs and stuff. But I know that happens too. But I want to just check in. This week we are talking about virtual vacations.
Virtual vacations.
Because while a lot more traveling has started happening this summer, and there's still, you can go out and see things and there's more activities happening. There's still times when maybe you want to visit a place that you can't get to. And I thought, that'd be kind of fun because if it's a rainy day and you wish you were someplace else, or if it's just, I don't know.
Gas price too high.
Yeah, no kidding.
Something like that.
So that way we can kind of travel a little bit virtually, and you can always use these things in your classroom. So it's a little bit for educators today just to kind of check out some fun things, but there are definitely things that you can apply in your classroom during the school year. So it's a little bit of both. While we're talking about things for educators, though, I'm not sure how every district works, but my district requires staff to have virtual PD, PD.
Yep.
So we have to put in 16 professional hours every school year.
Okay.
In addition to, that's part of our contract. And our district allows us to both do some virtual PD and face-to-face PD.
Okay.
And we are able to use podcasts for PD.
What?
So I don't know about your districts out there, but if you are able to count podcasts as PD, everything the Tech Tools for Teachers, Tech Tools for Teachers podcast has to offer could count as your PD. So if you listen to episodes or you have episodes to share with other staff, if you're going to roll out some group stuff and you want to use more Flipgrid in your classroom this year, or if you want to build in more projects using Wakelet or Genially, or if you want to do some reclipped videos or videos, if you are able to, you can use these podcasts for professional development.
Mm-hmm.
And if you really need proof, you could email me at techtoolsforteachers@gmail.com.
Okay.
And I could vouch. Send a little email certificate hey, you tell me what you listen to and I will send you a certificate for your administrators, because I know sometimes they need that too. So just throwing it out there. We're allowed to use
You're going to get hit with 1,000 requests for that.
It's fine. I'd be happy to share. And then if I get 1,000 requests, if people really want, I will put it on my website where we can set it up, where you can get your certificates live. Yeah. I can absolutely do that. This is more we'll pilot this. And if you want to use my podcast as your PD, we'll see if you're interested.
Yeah,
and
sounds
we'll go
great.
From there. We can definitely do that. All right. So let's talk a little bit about this virtual vacation that we're going to go on. So while I teach about national parks every school year, I've only been to a handful of them. I have been to Grand Canyon.
Yep. Let's see, Rocky Mountain National Park, Estes Park, and some others. Gettysburg. Is Gettysburg one? Yeah, I think Gettysburg's.
There's a lot of smaller ones in different parks as you're searching them. There are quite a few on the East Coast, and the Appalachian Mountains.
Yeah.
My brother just got back from Acadia, Niagara Falls.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of them.
Yeah. What's fun though is because I really want to go to more national parks. Like those kind of like bucket lists. Like I'd like to start a list of all the national parks and maybe at least see most of them.
Yep.
And in Google Arts and Culture, so if you go to artsandculture.withgoogleslash.com/national park service, they have we've talked about Google Arts and Culture a little bit before, but there's just so many different pieces to it. And you can actually virtually tour these like highlighted national parks. We have high interest in our house of going to Hawaii. The youngest in our house thinks that she's going to University of Hawaii,
yep.
and she's passionate about marine biology and really wants to go to University of Hawaii. However, she has never actually been to Hawaii and only watched documentaries on it. So
thanks Disney Plus.
Right. So Google Arts and Culture has like Hawaiian Volcanoes National Park, and then does this cool like video setup, and you can watch the video like you feel like you're there. And then you can walk through it, and they have their cool 360 view where you're walking through the national park. And it is like beautiful footage of it. You literally feel like you're there walking down the street, down the paths. It's really cool. They have Carlsbad Cavern, so you can like fly across, and it's cool because it's Google. So Google Earth like flies you to Carlsbad Caverns, and then you can click on it. And you can either watch the video or skip the video, and then you can walk through Carlsbad Caverns. Again, you even have like the special features where you can fly with the bats, and then they give you that special tour. You can experience life as a bat, and you click on that, and then you become the bat. And there's like a video that goes with it. So if you want to experience some national parks, all you have to do is go to Google Arts and Culture National Parks, and you feel like you can have a little getaway. Like you can have a little virtual vacation, or if you've got kids at home, or if you're doing summer school and, you know, the kids are still in a classroom in summer school, you can feel like you're actually getting out of your classroom. Put this up on the board. They have like Bryce Canyon. You can see the night sky. They have different park rangers explaining parts of the different parks. So it's educational as you go, and you feel like you're on vacation. Dry Tortugas, they have. You can go see the turtles.
Nice.
There is just so many cool national parks that some you'll be familiar with, and some are different than parks that you would, you know, everybody hears about all the time, like Yellowstone and Olympic. It's just a fun virtual tour, and you feel like on your vacation, but you can just watch it from your computer or hold up on your big screen. Yeah. Swim through a coral reef. And you don't even have to get wet.
Right. Don't have to worry about it.
I'm going to go through the Windjammer shipwreck. Like, there's so many cool things.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Anyway, so you kind of feel like on your vacation. So if you need like a little break, whether it's in the summer or if it's during the school year, you can put yourself on vacation with Google Arts and Culture and go through these national parks and have these different experiences and actually feel like you're someplace else.
That's great.
And they're fun, and they're pretty cool.
Yeah.
So there you go.
All right. Google artsandculture.withgoogle.com.
/ national parks.
Yeah. So click on the link in the episode description.
Yes. Because Google Arts and Culture, there's like a billion different ways to get to things.
Yeah. Oh, you're right.
There you go. So go tour a national park. Have a fantabulous adventure.
Oh, I'm in. Let's go.
And don't leave your house.
Okay.
Or your classroom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yay.
Yay.
So the other vacation-y thing we're going to go on in our little summer check-in for vacations. I don't know about you as a kid, but I spent a lot of time at the amusement.
You grew up near one of the great amusement parks of our time.
Six Flags Great America.
Yep.
So I know some schools still do this, right? And like I've been to Ohio and done Cedar Point, which is their like Six Flags. I've done several of them in my lifetime. And so if you are an amusement park person in the summer, you can also do this virtually. And I know a lot of teachers during the school year build this into physics class. So some of the schools around here take field trips to Great America with their physics class to go through the physics of the roller coasters. And I don't know if you guys did that in your school where they would travel to the amusement parks and do physics lessons.
No, we just went for our 8th grade field trip to Six Flags.
To Six Flags,
not for
physics class.
Not for physics.
So Nova Southeastern University, the website is nsufl.libguides.com.
So nsufl.libguides.com
/ virtual STEM roller coasters.
Again, link will be in the description.
Link will be in the description. What's cool is this. So they have all kinds of different STEM activities for kids to do.
Yep.
But I want to focus on things like summertime and amusement parks, and they have a whole roller coaster section. So what's cool about this, they have this specific activity where you can design a marble coaster, which I think kids do here and there in different science classes. But they also have like recommended materials. So you can physically build this marble roller coaster and they give you directions.
So this is not a digital marble roller coaster.
Correct.
Builder.
It's all of the stuff that you need, the knowledge behind building.
Sure.
It. So they have like the science behind roller coasters, and they have a whole video on potential and kinetic energy. They have digital tools. So amusement park physics interactive, roller coaster model interactive. So they do have physical online interactive activities. PBS Kids the Marvelous Marble Coaster, which we've talked about before.
Yep.
They talk about 2 different tutorials then of building this coaster. They also have then different videos. So you can take a ride on a roller coaster. They have a video that goes through the templates of the roller coaster. And then they have all of like the book resources that you could check out from your local library if you want to. And then they have more like reusing materials for building a roller coaster. And then they have STEM careers and engineering with Disney. So they have a whole collection of information on building roller coasters, how they're created, how you can create them, the science behind it, and like amusement parks and things like that, which is really kind of cool. So they have this whole collection of information to help you create a cool roller coaster. And you can base your marble coaster on this, or you can just use the different activities or videos or things like that and feel like you're in the amusement park for the day, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, that's really cool.
What's also nice is too on their site. So when you kind of walk through, it goes virtual STEM for kids, roller coasters, specific topic. If you click on, there's a button at the top that says more STEM for kids. And then they have it broken down STEM activities for preschoolers, kids 6 to 12, tweens, 8 to 12, and then families. And then if you click on there, it then takes you to all other different types of STEM resources to different pages. So they have other STEM activities and different science and math activities that you can do, and online programs and videos that go with it. So they have all kinds of resources all in one collection, which is nice. So you could use that definitely during the school year as well if you're building a STEM program, or trying not to think about the school year too much, but also we all kind of plan in the summer. So that might be kind of a cool thing to build into your classroom.
Yeah.
Which is kind of fun too.
It is very cool.
So there you have it. Virtual vacations.
Virtual vacations.
You can go to national parks.
Yeah.
You can go to an amusement park.
Yeah. Or just get outside and go to a park.
And just go swing at a park.
Yeah, if you can. But otherwise, it's raining. If you need the kids to
take a helicopter ride through the volcanoes.
Yes.
For 15 minutes of your sanity.
Yes. And it's all here for you. Thanks, Shanna.
I try to help.
Yeah.
But I hope everyone's doing well over the summer, because it is our summer little check-in.
Yep. And we typically do this during the summer of each episode. This is like the 5th time now that we're doing this, right?
Yeah.
We're heading
I
guess
this
would be the 4th time, yeah.
Yeah. So season 5 will be starting this September.
Yeah, that's crazy. But awesome.
Hooray, hooray.
Hooray, hooray. Hooray, hooray.
So this is episode
124.
Thanks for tuning in. This has been the Tech Tools for Teachers podcast. If you ever have any questions, you can find me on Twitter at SmartNWI. And if you want to get more information on the links to the technology discussed in this episode, you can visit smartandwi.com or email me, techtoolsforteachers podcast at gmail.com if you want to look into that virtual PD thing. If you'd like to support the show, please consider buying me a coffee or two. You can visit buymeacoffee.com/smartandwi or visit smartandwi.com and click that cute little purple coffee cup. Your donations help keep this show going. New episodes coming this fall. Thanks for listening. Go educate and innovate.
The ideas and opinions expressed on this podcast and the Smart NWI website are those of the author, Shanna Martin, and not of her employer. Prior to using any of the technologies discussed on this podcast, please consult with your employer regulations. This podcast offers no guarantee that these tools will work for you as described, but we sure hope they do. Have a great rest of your summer.